Hello again and welcome. As you can see, I am back to my art mischief. On my last process video, I laid down the collage bits and did a little bit of watercoloring just to bring out certain areas or to make designs that I thought I might enjoy adding to the collage story. Well, the story is told. Now it's time for me to begin to play to my heart's content. And I'm going to begin, I think I'll leave this flat. I'm going to begin to work on this one, and I have picked an extensive collection of my Prismacolor pencils in blues, greens, and various shades of pinky red. So, I'm going to begin up here with this one, and let's see what I can do. The first one I'm going to take is the very dark blue, indigo, because I want to play up the dark, and I'll work back, I think, into the light. Some of the watercolor pigments are going to be leading me into these decisions, but sometimes not. I'm just going to play to my heart's content. Maybe just a little bit of blue violet in there. Because I believe this is a little bit more blue than violet. And yes, this kind of play is another example of being willing to spend quite a lot of your time relaxing, getting into the moment. And just letting some color embellishment happen. And now, I think I'm liking that. I think I'm liking this color. So I'm going to pick out some more of these areas to express this color. And yes, actually, this might be what I would be doing with a black pen under different circumstances. But I am certainly liking some of these techniques that I have been watching other people do on YouTube, particularly Cece on Creation Cece. If you haven't seen her, please do take some time and give her a look. I know that it'll be worth your time, because everyone has a little something to add to your learning. And Cece is certainly one of those artists. I know that I have gotten quiet because I'm sorry, but I slipped into the moment here. I'm finding this particularly relaxing because I spent Friday night from 6 until 9 and Saturday from 9:30 until 4, and yesterday from 1 until 4, doing watercolor. I've gone back to my, for this weekend seminar, I've gone back to my watercolor teacher, Julie Saltis, here in Jacksonville, because she was teaching a seminar in the one thing that I really, really needed to understand, because I'm one of those people that I have to have it in my head before I can do it. And so she was doing a seminar in negative shape or space painting. And boy, oh boy, I'm not used to painting for hours upon hours, but I did manage to do it. And I have to be honest, today I'm one tired old girl. So this is a real joy for me. I learned so much, and now I finally understand the concept and the some techniques behind painting with watercolor in those in negative spaces. It was very refreshing and very hard work. And I'm one of those people who puts her tension and her tired in her neck and shoulders. So you can imagine going to take me a few days, but it was well worth every little twinge. Plus, it was a wonderful class. There were 5 ladies, plus Jenny, and we all clicked. We all got along beautifully and had fun. And well, let's have a look. Let me go back now and see if I'm on the right track here. Well, that did a bit of taking this to the next level, but I'm believing that it also needs a bit of light aqua. And a little more light blue. Not too much. Don't want to get carried away. And these prismas are so delicious and soft. Alrighty, I'm going to then work. You don't need to see me. Your time is too precious. You don't need to see me do this one in a very similar way to this one. But let's try working this one. And I'm going to use probably my very favorite Prismacolor pencil, Black Cherry, because I see that I need to define the outer edge here. And goodness, look at that. It's even working on the shiny collage paper. Yay, Prismacolor. Move those over, those up, and in. Let's have a little magenta here now. I'm going to define a little bit of a center here, or a suggestion of a center here, because I can, and I think it needs it. And if anything I learned yesterday, back to my when in doubt plunge theory. And this is process red. And I don't know why they use the word red here. It's definitely, in my world, this is pink. But that's okay. No one consulted me on the names. Oh, this one. Oh, yes. Well, this is quite the blank slate, isn't it? And the center concept is right here, so I'm going to pull that over to here with a little black cherry, and this time I'm going to add a little more magenta. My hand seems to keep going back to this one. Thinking I want a little bit more red in here. No, I haven't done any playing with green, so let's weed out the blues and look at the greens. This is the darker green, just dark green, okay. It's a much loved olive green. And some chartreuse. Can be kind of liberal with this chartreuse to help things blend in. Well, that is a difference, isn't it? So, I'm going to work some more on this one, work this one, finish these bits of green, and have a good think. In fact, while I'm thinking, I think I shall be pushing a grocery cart. So, what a nice addition that Prisma makes up here. Yes. I will return laden with groceries and have thought this through a little bit, and we'll see what happens because we have some place to play here. Well, as you can see, I have been doing a little of my doodling using my Uniball Signo Micro 207. I just did a nice generic piled on petal flowers for here, some stems and 2 leaves, but on this side I added a similar one because I wanted the eye to kind of creep across the page here. So there's a similar flower to these over here. This is the stem and leaves for this one that I worked on with my Prismas. I did a little Prisma extension here of this blue lacy looking design, and up here I decided to just do less is more. I also wanted to experiment with this, with these stickers that I was able to find at an estate sale, because I found it kind of difficult to believe that these such intricate and fine bits would move that easily and then glue down quite as easily as these did. But with a little bit of perseverance and some careful rolling back and peeling of the major points here, all around this one and over here, I found that they just came off in a very cooperative manner. In other words, this is what they looked like when they were, before I attacked them. And I did cut them so that I would have a little bit more area to get my fingers in and get this paper twisted so that what I wanted to do was to get the paper twisted so that it was easier to start removing the sticker. And so we have this one. This was the sticker from down here. This one was rather easy. I just started it down here and it just popped right off. And this beautiful edging came right up. Only one of these tiny center circles stuck, and I had to, what I would use is a straight pin to just poke it a little bit. And I wanted to see about what would happen. So this was, so it was experimental for me. I wanted to see what would happen, so I separated it here. And if you absolutely scrutinize that, you can see that that's where these the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 were added on. And these have been on for quite a while now. They seem to be down very, very well. I'm going to be sharing these on my in my Etsy shop because I had an incredibly big bundle. This folder is full of multiple pages of these, and it would be many lifetimes before I would ever even be able to think about using. So I will certainly be sharing. I have some in silver, and it just goes on and on. And this is why I got the idea of cutting. But I have so many to share because, as I said, I don't think I'd live long enough to use all of these. And I know that some of you might enjoy having them. I also have another book full of them in various colors. So these are going to be coming to my Etsy shop. So I thought I would do a little experiment on my own today to see if they were still alive, so to speak, because this was an elderly lady who did scrapbooking, I imagine, in the, many years ago, and she passed away. And I thought, well, I don't know how old they are. I don't know whether they have lost their stickability, maybe? I like that word, stickability. And whether or not they become crisp, I had no idea. Well, not the case. These just worked a treat. This one took a little work, and then when it was in my hands, I thought, oh my Lord, how am I going to get it down on this piece of paper? Well, I started here, and it just went. It was quite incredible. So, and I do think it adds a little bit of very, very fun gilding to this page. So, I'm quite happy to be adding these bits to this page. No, I cannot go against my grain. Sorry. I have to go left to right, or my brain gets boggled. It was really, really incredible in that estate sale. It was a bin that was so heavy that I had to get someone to carry it for me. I have grab bag troves of things that I have I'm planning to share. They were, and they're all just wonderful. I shall be vlogging about them and showing them to you pretty soon, because some of the things that she had are absolutely exquisite. The woman, I think she had a corner on the market of stickers, but stickers beyond your imagining about what stickers can look like. I imagine people who were in the know would not be surprised, but I certainly was. They were just positively stunning. I'm going to add a little vein and a little growth attachment here. So I have certainly enjoyed using my Prismas on top of the collage story that I started previously, and then I thought that that page certainly needed something, and then I realized, oops, let me try my goodies. I really am looking forward to sharing the pages worth of beautiful things that this lady had. I have kept out a few things for myself, but never, as I said, it would be impossible even to think about all of this that she had. It was, and everything is so beautiful. Even just her ephemera for scrapbooking was, well, you'll see soon. Keep your eye out for my my Etsy vlog. And I'm certainly so happy to have found them and be able to share them with you. Because as I always feel that I'm shopping for myself, but I'm also shopping for my subscribers and for people on Etsy, my browsers who might be interested. Sharing the bounty is certainly a good part of the fun of having the bounty. I didn't expect such an estate sale. The woman also was a dealer in Victoriana. She had some of the most exquisite, magnificent, drop-dead gorgeous Victorian clothing and ladies' goodies that I think I have ever seen. And I used to be in business and sold that kind of thing, and I thought, my Lord, if I'd still been in business and seen this, I probably would have passed out. They would have had to pick me up off the floor. The hats and the shoes and the purses and the clothes and even the children's clothes, children's Victorian shoes. They were pristine. They were magnificent. Oh. And then I spotted these bins on the floor, and I said, well, pick one, Carol, because my husband wasn't with me to cart it, so I picked, and this was part of the trove. Now, I'm feeling like this needs a little blue around the edge, and yes, I'm going to stop there. Yes, I could work for hours more, but I don't think I will. I think these are there, but I want this to show. I want her and these pieces to show. Alrighty. I do hope that you have enjoyed this two-part process. The building of the collage story was great fun. And then today, using my Prismas on top of the watercolor that I added, well, I'm certainly enjoying doing that, particularly the way this flower was picked out by use of a few blue pencils, Prismas, that are so much fun and easy to work. Yes, I'm sure that this is in the category of a figment of my imagination, but I do like to add that little bit around the edge. I don't know why. I'm not going to examine it too hard. I think I'm going to date both of these. Yes. Maybe down here. And over here. Let's examine this right up close. Goodness, if you look at those stickers closely, they have dimension to them. They almost look embossed. Wow. Wowie, wowie. Some Prismas. And here. Certainly have lots to learn with Prisma embellishment on watercolor, but it certainly is such fun to do. On these, I went over the entire top with chartreuse to add some depth. And if you just run your finger lightly over it, oh, it just is so satiny feeling. It's quite, it almost feels like this shiny, nice quality collage bit. So, if you have enjoyed today's fun, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share with a friend, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel. Bye now.